Hello and welcome back to another episode of Overkill Trading. Today is Tuesday, July 22nd. I hope everybody is having a great week so far. Today, we are going to be taking a look at your guys' chart requests over here from the Discord. We're going to get caught up on some of these requests here today. We're going to be going over all these names. I believe we left off up here right around, it was right here around, where was it? It was right here, CELH and QQQ. Those were the last, that's where we left off last time. So we're just going to keep going down this list here today. If you guys are new to this channel, we are swing traders here who focus on a monthly and a weekly chart. Okay, we are not day traders. This is not a day trading channel. If you guys are looking to learn day trading, this is not the channel for you. We are swing traders here, and we focus on a 1 to 6 month time frame. So when we buy here, we are looking to buy and hold for 1 to 6 months. To do that, we focus on a monthly and a daily chart. So when I talk about the monthly and the daily chart today, I am talking about the chart up here. This is the monthly time frame. This is the daily time frame. We also take into consideration sometimes the 4-hour and the weekly, but our primary focus here on this channel is that monthly and that daily chart. Again, 1 to 6 months out on all investments. We enter and exit positions using the trading indicator. The green dot means buy and the red dot means sell. Okay, when I talk about that trading indicator, I'm talking about this one down here with the red and green dots. Let's just go to Bitcoin for a reference here. Everybody loves Bitcoin. Everyone wants to talk about Bitcoin right now. You can see how accurate this indicator is here on the monthly time frame. So the reason I like to focus on the monthly time frame, the reason why I think it's best to focus on the monthly time frame is because it is the most accurate when it comes to those red and green dots. So you can see rule number 4 here is that we only want to buy assets that have a green dot on the monthly chart. Okay, so why is the monthly chart the most accurate? Well, simply because it has the most data. Okay, each one of these candles is 1 month worth of price action, 1 month worth of price action. And if I zoom all the way out here and go all the way back here to 2015, you can see that these green dots down here, here, and here all called the bottom of Bitcoin for the last 10 years. You can see in 2015, we got these green dots down here in 2015. That was right there at around $300, a $300 Bitcoin. It ramped all the way up to 20, okay? Gave you a red dot up there in 2017, pulled all the way back. Gave you a green one here in 2019. Okay, 2019, it went all the way up from 3,000 to 67,000. We were getting red dots here and also here. Okay, but the most important thing to understand, right, this one was called out in 2023 in the Discord at 16,000, and we're obviously sitting up here at 118 2 years later. But the important thing to understand is as swing traders with our strategy, right, as 1 to 6 month out investors, 1 to 6 month investors, right, this green dot typically means we're going up for 1 to 6 months. So the most important thing with our strategy is to make sure that dot is green on the monthly chart, okay? That tells us that the trend is going up. We are going up for, again, the next 1 to 6 months, okay? Again, Bitcoin gave you one right here in 2023 at 27, gave you another one here in November at 67, and this one came right here in May at around 94. Okay, all were great trades. Okay, and you're seeing it play out right here in front of our eyes. So again, rule number 4 is the most important rule when it comes to our chart, or it comes to our charting. Okay, and I want you guys to understand these rules before we jump in to your request, because it's very important to understand the strategy before I give you guys my analysis. Because my goal is to teach. My goal is to educate. My goal is not to tell you when to buy and sell. My goal is to give you the tools, give you the knowledge, the wisdom, at least that I've learned over the last 8 years of trading. Okay, this strategy just didn't come out of thin air. This has been an accumulation of 8 to 9 years of executing trades and watching the charts and watching the market. So again, I'm not a financial advisor. I am just a YouTube guy that likes to look at charts. I like to share information. I like to gather information from you guys. It's all about the community, right? It's not about me. It's not about you. It's about all of us working together to get better. If you don't have a trading strategy, if you don't have trading rules, you should make some up. Because trading is all about discipline, okay? The discipline will get you through those hard times, okay? When you're feeling like giving up, when you're feeling like selling, okay? I saw a lot of people give up, okay, on things like Ethereum down here at 16, 20,000, right? Their conviction, they weren't disciplined enough because maybe they bought right here at around 27 to 3,000. It went down to 3,000. Well, they didn't have the discipline or the plan to, right, either wait for the green dot or just wait it out, because markets move in cycles, folks. They go up and they go down. They go up and they go down. Our goal is to catch the bottom of the wave and ride it all the way to the top. Okay, and we have sell strategies that help us do that as well. So again, that most important rule is going to be the monthly. Okay, and then we have 2 buy strategies. Okay, I've added in one, but they're pretty much the same thing. So we want to buy the day of the green dot as long as the monthly dot is green. So again, the first thing you need to see on your asset. Okay, this is our watch list right here. Okay, all of these names should have green dots on their monthly charts. These are the names we are actively watching. Okay, we call out all of the monthly dots over here in the Discord. You can see the monthly dots. PDD gave one today. Doge gave one yesterday. DPZ gave one. Cardano. Okay, these are very, very rare occurrences, guys. Okay, the last time Ethereum got a green dot with the wave down here was all the way back in 2023. That was 2 years ago. 2 years ago. Okay, it had one up here in November, and we had that like month and a half of pumping after Trump got into office. We went from 2,500 up to around 4,000. Again, that was only about a month of going up. Okay, so every move is different. That's why I say 1 to 6 month time frame. And when we hit our targets, we have to be taking profits. Okay, we can't get greedy and get emotionally attached. But you could see 2023 on Ethereum was the last time we got a green dot with the wave down here. Before that was in 2022, $1,200. Okay, it went up for 1, 2, 3, 4 months, went sideways for a bit, and then got another one right here and went up for about 6 months there. That went from 1,700 all the way up to 42. That was 125, 130% move. So again, when everyone was bearish in June, everybody hated Ethereum. Everyone was laughing at Ethereum. And now everybody's talking about Ethereum. Well, that's because, right, the macro move is now playing out. So after we get the monthly, what we want to do is we want to zoom into the daily. Okay, that is rule number 5 here. Okay, let's go back to the rules. But again, we call all these dots out over here in the Discord. I think this thing is set up so nicely right now. I am so proud of what we've created over here, man. It's been really cool to watch this Discord and this machine that we built develop. It's beautiful, and I could have done it without you guys, right? A lot of this came from your guys' suggestions. So again, that rule number 5 is we want to buy as long as the monthly is green. So as long as the monthly is green, right, it's on our watch list. Those are the names we're watching. You can see Snapchat taking off here today. Okay, look at this. Green dot here on the monthly. Okay, we're watching that. MDB, green dot on the monthly. CRO, green dot on the monthly. Okay, it's not on our watch list unless it has a monthly dot. So when the monthly dot is green, what we want to do is we want to zoom in here to the daily. Okay, and now you can see Target, for example. This perfect example. Okay, green dot here on the monthly. Now we're looking at the smaller time frames like the 4-hour and the daily. Okay, so the daily has a green dot here today. So this would be a good place to add Target. Okay, so we'd be buying Target today. You could add the Target here. I didn't buy Target today because I already bought it. I think I bought it right here at around 103, 104. So it's still in the same range, so there's no reason for me to add. But if it dipped down and gave me a green dot and I could get my average cost down, it makes sense to add. Okay, so that's what we're looking for. As long as the monthly is green, we are looking for trades. We are looking for trades on the smaller time frames. And the smaller time frames that we use here are the daily and also the 4 hours. You can see the buying strategy right here. Monthly green dot plus 4-hour green dot equals buy, or monthly green dot plus daily green dot equals buy. Okay, I added that 4-hour in there recently because I think these signals are also pretty accurate when it comes to the indicator as long as the monthly dot is green. Okay, we call out all the 4-hour alerts here, and we call out all the daily alerts here. Okay, and then we also sometimes look at a weekly chart, okay, but mostly we are focused on the daily and the monthly along with that 4-hour. So that's the buying strategy. The selling strategy is pretty simple too, folks. The selling strategy is pretty simple. We don't have to make trading complicated. Okay, selling strategy number 1 is that we want to sell a big red dot in the red zone on the daily. So let's just go back to Target, for example, again. We got the monthly green dot. The last time we got a monthly green dot was all the way back down here in November of 2023 at 115. It went all the way up to 180 over the next 6 months. Okay, that was a 59, 60% trade right there for Target. Okay, again, that was right there off the signal. Boom. Okay, so right now we'd be entering here Target, right? You got the green dot here on Target. So our target, our sell target, right? There's 2 of them. Okay, there's 2 of them. So a big red dot in the red zone on the daily chart. The red zone is part of our Fibonacci tool. We use a Fibonacci retracement tool. And by the way, if you do not have these green and red dots or any of these indicators that I talk about here, you guys can download those by coming over here to the Discord. Come down here to the onboarding section. Go to this trading indicator tab. Okay, and then you can click on this link. It takes a couple of clicks, and everything loads directly into your TradingView account. So you'll have all of these. But the sell strategy, again, up here in the red zone is where we want to sell. Okay, you can see this was back when we were in the red zone, was back here in 2024. Okay, red dot on the daily. Okay, this sell strategy is for the daily. Red dot on the daily, okay, right there at 180 was the sell target. Okay, red dot on the daily in the red zone was the sell target. You see it hit 180, and then it sold all the way off here to around 88. So right now, if we were entering target, our target, wow, that's pretty cool. Our target would be up here in the red zone. So anywhere between 150 and 160. Okay, that's a 40 to 50% trade. Okay, and again, we are holding for 1 to 6 months till it gets up there. It could get up there next month. It could be in August, in September, right? It could get up there whenever it happens. You can't ever time exactly when it's going to happen, but typically what you see with these green dots, if you're playing the monthly, is that move happening within 1 to 6 months. Okay, 1 to 6 months. Sometimes stuff goes up for a longer time than that, but yeah, that's sell strategy number one. So sell strategy number two right here is that we sell when the stochastic RSI, that is the light blue line here, the light blue line on the trading indicator, this light blue line right here, okay, when that comes up here and touches the white dotted line, that is sell strategy number two. You can see it did it. It got pretty close right here back in April. That was around 180, and again, it sold all the way off. Same thing back here. It was touching the white dotted line. That was right up here between 220 and 260. Hit the top, and it sold all the way off. So those are the two selling strategies that we use here. Again, the stochastic RSI touching the white dotted line on the monthly, or the daily chart giving you a red dot in the red zone. These red dots right here don't matter because they're not up here in the red zone. Okay, they're not up here in the red zone. Okay, that is our target. Red dot in the red zone is where we want to take profits. Okay, that is when the move has been overextended. And again, sometimes it could break out of the red zone, go into a price discovery phase, and go higher. But our goal here is to never time the exact top. Okay, we want to get out around the top. Okay, as long as we're making 40, 50, 60, 70, 100% on our trades, sometimes they go for 300, 400%. Okay, we're going to do fine. Okay, the goal is to be consistent. And you can't be consistent if you don't have a strategy. So those are the trading rules. I also have a free trading course over here for those of you that are new. There's about 7 or 8 videos over here that pretty much talks about everything that I just went over. But with that being said, let's go ahead and dive into your guys' chart requests. I'll start here with Tony. And if you guys have chart requests throughout the week, just drop them in this chart request thread. I'm back in the office for a while, so I'm going to get caught up on these. And then we're going to just keep knocking out these chart request videos. I love these. I love helping you guys dig in. And I hope you guys are getting some value out of this. So if you are, smash that like. If we can get this video to 300 likes, I'll give away 100 XRP on the next stream or on the next video. Okay, 300 likes on this video. I'll give away 100 XRP if you guys are tuning in here. So we're looking at CELH. CELH is one we called out back here in March. That was around $25. It's up here to 48. That's around 100% move so far. This one, I want to see a green dot on the daily to add. So just watching for the green dot there on the daily for an ad there. You got QQQ. QQQ is very high right now. I'm either watching for that stochastic to get up here to the white dotted line, or I'm setting a very tight stop loss at around probably 550. As long as this thing can hold 550, it's probably going to keep on climbing, but this is not a place where I'd be looking to enter on QQQ. You can see the green dot on the monthly came back here in June. That was at the beginning of June. That was right back here at around 500. So you're already up 10% for an asset like QQQ. That's really, really good. So we're in the red zone. I personally don't like to buy up in the red zone. I want to see a retracement and a bounce. Okay, wait till that blue wave comes back down here to enter. But I'd be thinking about taking some off. Again, you're getting these red dots up here in the red zone. Right now, this thing's just melting up. So I guess if you want to catch the top of the melt up, probably just watch this monthly stochastic. When that gets back up there, the white dotted line, consider taking some profits. I would just look for some big dramatic pullbacks to happen to enter. Oh, we got DEC. We need that green dot first. Okay, this one's trying to find a bottom here at 93, but you need that monthly green dot on that one. We got RSR. RSR doesn't have the monthly yet either, but again, that thing's trying to curl up. If you want to anticipate that, you can, but the best thing to consider doing is to wait for confirmation, especially if you're new. Just wait for that confirmation, but that should be coming here probably any minute, okay, as long as this can hold on. So if you're anticipating that, I don't see this thing breaking down below 0.005. That's a 50% drop if it happens, but yeah, no monthly dot just yet. So I'd be watching for that. H-bar. H-bar does have the monthly, so that showed up, I believe, a couple days ago. I mean, we were watching this thing at like 15 cents down here. Okay, big move up here. I think this one has some room up here to 35. 35. Okay, I'm probably watching the weekly here. I mean, this thing could pull all the way back here to like 20 cents and still be bullish. So it's not quite in the red zone, but it did touch it there. Yeah, if this thing could hold on to 25 cents and keep going, it's going to get crazy. But right now, it's putting in a bull flag. So if you want to consider setting a stop loss just to protect your gains, I'd set it probably at 25 cents. Okay, and then target up here in the red zone between 30 and 35. Okay, but that one looks like it has some room. Okay, yes, it can pull back to 20 and still be bullish, though. It'll be interesting to see where this goes. Okay, up above 25, I still really like H-bar. We got XRP. Again, all these names were called out. We were watching the weekly on XRP here. Okay, that was called out at about 210. It's up at 350 right now. We are in the red zone here. So again, this would be where I would sell some. Okay, maybe 25, 50%. Okay, you don't have to sell your whole position, but you could trim some, right? Because again, if you're entering right here at $2, guys, if you're entering at $2, you're up 85%. Okay, if you're not taking profits up 85%, you're being greedy. Okay, you could sell 10% of the position, 25% of the position. I like to sell in droves of 25. So either 25, 50, 75, or 100%. Okay, so it's hit our daily target, but the monthly looks like it could keep going. I mean, this could be a crazy move here over the next 30 to 60 days. To be honest, it's just really going to depend on what's coming over. But as of right now, I'd probably set a stop loss at $3. I wouldn't look to buy more here because, again, we were buying down here at 2 to 250. I'm sorry, 2 to 220. Okay, we were watching the weekly on this one. We got the weekly dot right there in April. We also got one right here in June. Very nice move. So as long as that thing can hold $3 now, it's good. But I probably would trim some 25% or so of my XRP at these levels. If it breaks out to 5 to 8, then hey, you still have some left. XCN, that one doesn't have the monthly yet. You're just going to want to make sure that one holds on to the bottom of the candle right there at 0.013. We got BCH. Bitcoin Cash still got the green dot. So again, you're actively looking for daily and 4-hour alerts. With our strategy, it looks like it could get a 4-hour one here pretty soon. And again, this thing's just melting up, but it is getting close to that red zone. So again, I don't like to typically add in the red zone. I want to add like down here. I think we got that green dot on BCH back in May. Yeah, it was May, right there at around $300. So I mean, that was right down here in this area when we got that signal. Right here at 350. So you're already up around 100%. So that one probably got a little room back to 600, but I would take some off at 600. You can see the weekly's about to print a red one too. So I don't think this is a bad place to maybe take some off here of BCH. Okay, but watch for that thing to break out back here to 600. Okay, again, if you're up 100%, guys, if you're up 100% on a trade, okay, it's not time to buy. Okay, again, if you have $10,000 and you make 100% on your investment, you multiply it by 2. You doubled your money. Now you have 20,000. Okay, you're 10,000 in profit. So what you could do is sell half. Okay, I'm going to divide it by 2, and now you have $10,000. Okay, so you still have 10,000 invested, but that's all your profit. You took your initial investment back out, and you could let the rest ride if you think it's going to keep going up. Okay, but the important thing is to protect your capital. I think that's something that a lot of people don't talk a lot about these days, especially YouTubers, is protecting your capital. Okay, protect your capital. If you're up 10 grand on a $10,000 investment, you can sell 50% of it. It's okay to sell some. You don't make any money unless you sell in the end, right? These aren't tangible assets. You don't have to hold on to them forever. If you're up 100%, it's okay to sell 25, 50% of the position. Okay, and if you're approaching that red zone, you can look for reasons to do it. Okay, this thing could definitely come up here to 600, but you're only missing out from here on like 10% of the move. If you bought on our signal, you were buying down here, and you're already up 57%. So what's another 10% up to here? And again, that's just our target. That's just our strategy, folks. A lot of people want to talk about a buying strategy. You have to have a sell strategy. Can it break out and keep going after you sell it? Yes. But if you're up 100, 200%, who cares? You won. You won. You were profitable. Okay? So That one's getting close to sell territory. ENA is still ripping. This one looks like there's no data on the monthly. So again, if you guys don't see data on your monthly charts, you have to use the weekly. So the reason that there's no data is because it's so new. You can see it just came out in April of 2024. It's only been around for a year. So the indicator needs data in order to populate the data, right? If there's no data, it can't tell you what's going on. So that's why sometimes it's useful to look at that weekly chart. You can see that weekly dot was called out right here at around 27, 28 cents. And now it's up to 60. So again, if you bought here and you're up here, that's over 100% move. And I think this one does have some juice left in it. I'd just be looking for the 4-hour or the daily dots here on ENA. Okay, but that one looks very strong, especially if it can hold on to that $40 level. But again, if you're up 100%, not a bad place to sell 50%. I know it's not in the red zone, but again, if you're up 100%, you could take all of your risk off the table and let the rest ride. You could just completely play with profit. You have that extra whatever you put in your bank, right? In your cash position. Cash is a position, folks. Cash is a position. Cash gives you the opportunity to buy when an opportunity presents itself, right? If everyone's panicking, right, like they were, let's just say back here in April when everyone was talking about tariffs, okay, boom, time to get in, boom. I wish I would have bought Robinhood back here at 36. That is one I missed. That is definitely one I missed back in April. I think Robinhood's a very solid company, but it's nothing's to say they're not going to pull back again like that one day, but we're going to be ready for it when it happens. So, yeah, ENA looks good. I hold that one, maybe trim a little bit, and then hold till you hit your sell target. If I'm up 100%, I always got to sell something, guys. I got to sell at least 25% of the position if I caught the bottom. Here's SEI. This one's still a hold too. Got a ways to go up here to the red zone. 60 to 70 is going to be the target on SEI here. That one still looks really good. I'd be holding, and I'd be looking for reasons to add more. So I'd be adding on these green dots on the daily and on the 4-hour. Looks like you might get a 4-hour here today, actually. POL. Polygon, same thing. Target up here 60 to 70. HFT. I think I saw HFT pop yesterday, an alert in the Discord there. That one's building the base here right there around 7 cents. So 7 cents is a big level for that one. The dot is green there on the daily. The monthly is green. So I'd be taking a position on it. If you believe in this company, if you believe in their project, right, that's very important also. I know you can't just buy everything because it has a dot. You want to make sure you're buying good quality companies that you think are going to be higher, right? Good quality projects, cryptocurrencies. Don't buy meme coins. Don't buy shit coins. Don't chase that, guys. That's how you lose all your money. Okay, that's giving crypto a bad rap. You want to buy good technologies. Okay, Chainlink is in my portfolio because it's technology. Okay, Chirp, same thing. ARB, same thing. AERO, same thing. Riz, same thing. I love the technology of all those projects. I'm not just buying it because Pump Dumper 69 on Twitter said so. Okay, we want to buy it because we believe in it. We believe in the project. We believe in the technology. We believe in the company. Don't buy shitcoins. Okay, don't chase pump and dumps. But this one looks good. I like HFT here with a target of 25 to 30. And again, I don't know too much about it, but the chart does look interesting technically. AAVE. See, AAVE's up here in the red zone. So this is one we'd want to lay off on. We want to wait for a pullback like this. This blue line on our chart, this is also part of the trading indicator. That is the 200 EMA. The 200 EMA. Again, you guys can download my whole entire trading layout by coming over here to the trading indicator tab here in the Discord. Okay, we want to lay off on AAVE. Probably not a bad place to trim some here at 335. But again, if this bull, I mean, the monthly's still green. So I'd be looking for any and every green dot here on the daily and the 4-hour if we get a pullback. I just don't like the fact that this one's up here in the red zone, right? It's already in the red zone. You look at something like Chainlink. Chainlink is not in the red zone yet. Chainlink has a lot of room to go. A lot more meat on that bone to that zone. And again, I'm not saying it can't break out of the red zone. Okay, I'm not saying it can't break out and keep going. But that's just one of our targets, right? We always got to sell some on a red dot up here in the red zone. And AAVE is really close to that zone. I'm not saying AAVE can't break out and keep going, but I'm saying the risk to reward isn't there. This was a good time to buy AAVE right here. Right there around 225. Boom. Okay, that 200 EMA is the 6-month moving average. Again, we're 1 to 6 month investors, so we always want to know where that that 6-month moving average is, that's going to be that blue line on our indicator. You guys, I don't know if you could see it, but it's right there. Okay, it's right there. If I turn this off, you can see right there. Boom. See how it pulled back into the 6-month and then bounced? Beautiful. Okay, beautiful. So I'd be looking for a green dot here on AAVE or a 4-hour. I don't think it's a bad place to take some off on that one. PENGU. That one's just ripping. So this is one that everyone's excited about. I just wouldn't touch it up here. There's not enough data for me on it. This is a meme stock or a meme coin, so I wouldn't touch that one up here. I'd be selling that one. It had a beautiful run already. I mean, if you got in down here at 0.008, you're up 500%. We don't chase names that are up 500% here on this channel. Pepe. Pepe doesn't have the monthly yet, but it does have the weekly here. So I'd be looking for the 4-hour or the daily dot to add. Okay, a lot of room to go on that one too. ET. Is that a Grayscale Trust? Ethereum ETF. See, so that one's up here in the red zone. It's giving you a red dot. So if it was me, I would either sell or I would set a stop loss. I mean, I would take some off here. I would have to sell some here and wait for a pullback. Okay, again, I'm not saying it can't keep going to the moon, but if you got in here at 20 bucks, you're up 50%, dude. You're up 62%. What's your goal? Are you trying to get a 10x on every trade? See, our goal here is to hit singles and doubles. If you guys know baseball, okay, we're just trying to hit singles and doubles, baby. We're just getting on base. Hit. A lot of people in trading want to swing for the fences. Everyone thinks that 10x, 100x move is realistic. It's very rare. You might hit one of those in your lifetime. Okay, you might hit one. So just be consistent. You try to be consistent in trading. Again, this is a sell signal for us. I sold my Ethereum ETF. I was trading ETH. I think I sold at 26 right here. Guess what? It went up to 29. I missed out on 10% of the move, but guess what? I didn't care because I got in down here. I made 250 to 300% on my options. Okay, that thing was up 45% from where I bought it. So again, it's all about your plan. If you're using our strategy, I would take some off here. I'm not saying it can't break out and keep going like this, but if this thing pulls all the way back to 22, you're going to hate yourself. You're going to hate yourself. Because again, if you sell some here, 25, 50%, you could rebuy back down here at 22 if it happens. Okay, but it is given the sell signal today, so I would trim some. Again, I'm not saying sell the whole position. You could sell 25%, 50%, 100%. Okay, it's all you have to be the decision maker on that. You are the trader here. I am not the trader. I am just here to show you my analysis and give you my thoughts. You have to be the one to ultimately make the decision. Okay, and NVTS is actually green on the monthly. I don't know why that one was on the red list, but again, up here in the red zone, we're not looking to. That's probably why it was on the red list there. We're just not looking to take positions up here in the red zone. This is a very volatile stock. XTZ. XTZ is green here on the monthly. We got that signal in the Discord a couple days ago. I would be looking for the green dot here on the daily or the 4-hour. Okay, that one is on the watch list. So again, if it has a green flag up here, guys, that means it's on the watch list. It's in this list. Okay, you see that green flag, which means we call it out over here in the 4-hour and daily alerts. So the only time the 4-hour and the daily alerts get called out over here in the Discord, okay, is when it is on our list, right? All of these names on my list, or 95% of them, have a green dot on their monthly. So when it's green on the monthly, again, we're looking for the 4-hour or the daily on the smaller time frames. We're looking on those smaller time frames. So XTZ, you can see that 4-hour is going to come here very soon. If you can get this one at like 70 cents, I think that'd be a killer pickup. But, you know, if you're not in it yet and you think this crypto run is for real, you got to get in at some point. So I'd be watching 4 or the daily on XTZ. I think that one looks really, really good here. EOS. EOS is still red there on the monthly. This kind of seems like a dead project. I really think this is a dead project. So, again, no green dot there on the monthly yet. We got RUM, R-U-M. No monthly data yet, so we got to use the weekly. The weekly is green. So again, looking for those 4-hour or those daily alerts over here in the Discord or on your indicator. If you guys have the indicator, you guys can watch this same stuff. Okay. Monthly alert here, boom. Right there at 1350. We got that last month. Mara's doing good. So again, we're looking for the daily and the 4-hour dots here on pullbacks for entries. Okay, target on that's anywhere from 24 to 28. We got ATH. That must be a crypto. That one too new for me to really tell you anything, but weekly's pushing up. 4 hours got a green dot. I like that one back up here to like 5 cents. Prime. Prime's pretty choppy here. That one got hit really hard though. That looks interesting. It doesn't have the green dot yet, but I mean, this is right back down to the lows right here. So if you believe in this project, I think it's a great time to be looking to start a position on this. Looks like the weekly is green. So as long as that one can hold on to $2, I would say it looks very, very strong, but it does not have the monthly confirmation yet. So I don't know too much about this project, but it did hit $28 in the last bull run, but it just completely got sank there after that. Zeta, the stock. And again, if you guys have chart requests, I'm going to open this thread back up today after we get caught up a little bit. And you guys will be able to put your chart requests over here in the Discord for the next video. I think I'm going to try to drop the next one on Thursday. I kind of canceled our schedule that we've been on the last year or two. I'm out trying to enjoy summer, trying to enjoy the outdoors, going to the lake and stuff. So, I haven't been live streaming as much, but I still am dropping these chart request videos, and I still am going to work on doing a watch list video for you guys every week where we go over our watch list as well. So I've just been traveling the last couple of weeks. So, I'm back in the office for a week or two now before my wife and I take another trip here. But Zeta needs the monthly here. Needs the monthly. That one's trying to build a base right there at 12. We got Super. Super don't have the monthly yet, but that thing probably is going to come here anytime. That's going to come here very, very shortly. So if you want to anticipate that, I think that one looks pretty good. IOTA. IOTA, no green dot yet, but again, another one that looks like it's going to come here very, very soon. Okay, probably this month, or if not this month, probably next month. Matic, we already covered Matic. Pedal. ENDLE. That one's pushing up. No data on the monthly, so we have to use the weekly. Again, the weekly's green, so we're looking for those pullbacks on the daily and the 4-hour here. Daily and the 4-hour for entries. FLT. That one got hit pretty hard here today. It looks like a rug pull to me, but I don't know anything about the project, so this would be more of a fundamental play than anything. Okay, fundamental play is you're investing on the technology and not so much the technicals. So this looks like a rug pull to me. Boeing, good request. I haven't looked at Boeing in a while. If you guys could too, just call out the tickers. Boeing, I don't know why that one's on the red list either. That one's green. It's probably on the red list because I put it on the red list if it's way up here on the daily. So I'd be looking for a pullback maybe into like 190, but just watching for a green dot here on the daily or the 4-hour. Yes, I know the monthly is green, but we want to see a pullback and a green dot here on the 4-hour. When you guys can buy these daily and 4-hour dots down here with the wave down here, those are the best times to enter. These green dots up here, not so much. These ones down here, right, really good time to enter. You can see that called the bottom right there at 138, and that was 140 back there in March of 2025. So just like how we like to sell inside the red zone up here on the red dots, buying down here on a daily chart in the golden zone down here, that's also a great strategy to try to time the bottom. Okay, you can really anticipate those dots using that Fibonacci tool that we use here. And again, I got a full course on that in the Discord, but you can see this green dot came in December at 160. This one came right here in May at around 180. It's sitting at 230 right now. So you can see that the stochastic is touching the white dotted line. So unless it does something like this, okay, I would be looking to take some off the table here and look for a retracement. LCD, ugly long-term under the 200 moving average, but I am specifically interested in the weekly chart and looking at the crazy volume over the last 40 weeks. Lucid is a car manufacturer, I believe. And yeah, the weekly is pumping. I don't have the volume indicator on my chart anymore, but it does have a monthly green dot. So that one does look very interesting. It's got a red one here, but that one looks like it wants to go at least to 4 to 420 there. So that one's got a lot of meat on that bone. It looks interesting. And the weekly as well. Weeklies, I'm more excited about the monthly here than the weekly, given a green dot. So watch for that one to go up and hit 4. IONQ. That one's in the red zone. So again, we don't want to play with stuff in the red zone. Just not part of our strategy. BA, we covered EVRG up in the red zone. So this is like a day trader stock, right? Day trading, day trading, day trading. We want to see a big dramatic pullback like this and then a bounce. Okay, it's green on the monthly, but if you want to play that monthly dot, use a stop loss at like $68. And if you guys could just keep it to 3 per person. I just want to be respectful of anybody's time, everybody's time. Okay, so UNH is selling off here. I actually like this. A lot of people are starting to talk about this. You can see the daily's given a green dot here today. It's down in this range. It hit 250. So really all we're waiting on right now for UNH is a green dot on the monthly chart. Okay, that'll be the reversal signal. If you want to anticipate that dot, you could definitely be entering today. We did get a golden dot here back at around 300. The golden dot is like a monthly dot. If you see the golden dot on the daily, we pretty much treat that like a monthly dot. And yeah, I think this is a great place to add UNH. I think healthcare is going to do very, very well. A couple healthcare names I'm currently watching are MRK. MRK is Merck. They got a green monthly, and then also PFE. This is Pfizer. Also has a green monthly here as well. So healthcare stocks have been beaten up over the last couple of years. But when stuff gets beaten up like this, if it's a good quality company, I mean, I'm not saying I like these companies, but they do make a lot of money, $13-14 billion a quarter here. If you look at UNH, UNH is literally one of the largest companies in the world. You can see they make $109 billion every 4 months. That is revenue, $110 billion. It's sad that our medical companies profit off of all the sick people. I think that's disgusting. But if you look at it from a financial economic standpoint, right? I mean, yeah, you can potentially make money by recognizing that. But I think it's awful that these companies make so much money. Look at J&J. I mean, it's just sick that these companies make so much money. Look at this, $25 billion in the last 4 months. Why are people profiting off of sickness? It's disgusting. It's disgusting. But UNH, I mean, again, I don't like the company, but the stock is very oversold and they make a lot of money. We got Shopify. Shopify's green here on the monthly, and it's up here in the red zone on the daily. So I'd be trimming some Shopify here off the red dot. Again, that's just part of our strategy here. In the red zone, we don't want to look to buy, or look to buy at least. We're looking to sell either now or when this stochastic comes back up here and gets closer to the white dotted line. That might have some room back to 160 to 180. AMD is green on the monthly. We called that one out in June. We've been talking about AMD for a while now, but I think that one has some room back up here to 180. Okay, it did give a red dot there at 160, but I think this one's going to reverse here and head back up here to 180. I think this one's very strong. Looking for that stochastic to top out. I think you're a couple months away, but yeah, I think that definitely has some juice back to 180, maybe even $200. That's a great trade. Again, we were entering this like down here at 108 or 110, right in this area. So you're already up 50-60%. Watch for that one to top out between 180 and 200 there. IMX. IMX is a lagger, so this is a cryptocurrency that's lagging. It does have the monthly dot here on this. I took this one off of the list, but I'm going to add it back here. Okay, but that has a monthly, so I'd be attacking that one right now. Again, monthly dot, and you're all the way down here in the golden zone. I think that looks great. Looking for those daily greens or the 4 hours to add, but that has a lot of room back to $2. We got Pepsi, PEP. Oops. PEP. Okay, guys, if we get this video to 300 likes here, by the next video, I will give away 100 XRP to somebody. Pepsi's ripping. Another one we called out here at the beginning of the month. Beautiful move here. That one's got some room back to 170, 180. I'd be holding that one, looking for that first price target. Pepsi looks really good. Pepsi looks really good. Really like Pepsi here. REM, that one's got some room also back to 24. HP. HP, does that have the monthly? Yes, it does. That has a monthly dot there. This one looks very interesting here. 35 to 40 would be my target. This stock has been hit so hard. We tried to enter this one, like, I think back in here, like 30 bucks, but it really failed. But this green dot is very, very deep. So I like it. If you believe in the company, I mean, they're making around $1 billion a quarter, so they're not that big of a company, but you could see this triple bottom setting up right now. Okay, we bought them back here in 2009. This one bottom right here in 2020. And we're right back down on that edge. And you're getting the green monthly. So if you believe in the company, I just don't know too much about the company to feel comfortable. But it's very technically oversold. And it's bounced here since 2009. So this looks very interesting. Very interesting. And that's actually on the watch list. So I'm looking for dailies. It looks like you're probably going to get a daily tomorrow or 4 hours. I think this is setting up very nice. Very, very nice here. I like that one. Technically, I like it. ARC. This is the ARC Innovation ETF. I'd be selling here. I'm selling up here in the red zone. Solana. Okay, that one's pushing. Target on this is 240 to 260. Okay, beautiful. Green dot on the monthly here. Looking for green dots on the daily and the 4 hour. Target between 240 and 260. Oh, we got Wing. That Wingstop. Oh, I had some Wingstop a couple days ago, and it was fire. Green there on the monthly, so we're looking for daily and 4 hour alerts. I would be looking for either of those, the daily or the 4 hour there. Earnings look good. About 171. They're not a huge company, but I like it above 300 bucks. PDSB. Wingstop's got some good wings. That one's got a monthly. Again, it looks like a rug pull, though, going down into the right. Looks like a penny stock. So I don't mess with penny stocks, but it looks fine as long as it can hold on to that dollar level. XLM. XLM's up here in the red zone, so I would consider taking some off here, selling some. Okay, up here at 46 and letting the rest ride if you think it's going to keep going up. That monthly chart is, I think it's up 100% this month alone, dude. And again, we called this green dot out here in April. Took us about 3 months for the move to develop. Okay, you got another one right there at 25. Absolutely ripped up. But we're in the red zone now, so now is the time to make a decision. If you think it's going to keep going up, you can keep holding. But do I think it's a bad place to take some off here? No, because that's part of our strategy. We want to sell in the red zone. Red dots in the red zone is where we want to take profits. If you don't want to take profits, set a stop loss right there at 43 cents. If it breaks 43 cents, okay, you could sell and protect your gains, because if it comes back down to 30, you'll be able to buy more. So I would be looking to buy more on the next daily or 4 hour here. Okay, but I would be looking to potentially trim some of my position here. Because again, if you got in down here, you're up 100%. So when I'm up 100%, I got to sell 25, 50%, especially if it happens that fast. Okay, your other sell target, right? Our other sell strategy is to wait till the stochastic RSI gets back up here and touches the white dotted line. Okay, and we're a ways away from that. Okay, we're about halfway there. XRP. XRP is also green here on the monthly, pushing up. Same thing as XLM. Okay, consider maybe taking some off here at 350. You don't have to sell the whole position, but selling, right, 25, 50%. If you think it's going to keep going, we'll keep on holding. Okay, another signal you could watch for is a weekly alert. Okay, when this wave gets back up here on the weekly is also a good time to be looking to take some profits. Okay, and we're getting a very big extension there off of that 9 EMA. So you could see a quick pullback to like 280 and then a bounce. Okay, if that happens, you'll have some cash in your pocket because you took a little bit off here, 25, 50%. If that happens, if that pullback happens, you're going to be really happy. Okay, so it's decision time. Red dot in the red zone is part of our strategy. That is part of our sell strategy. Doesn't mean sell the whole thing. It just means trim. Okay, trim or sell the whole thing. Whatever you want to do. Again, you're the person that has to make the decision. The monthly alert here, boom, showing, pointing up. Again, looking for daily and 4 hour alerts to add. Okay, but it is up in the red zone, so keep that in mind. Okay, this one, if this one can hold on to like 53, it looks good. Okay, got a green dot here today. So watch for some continuation on that. It normally tops out right up here at 82, around 80 bucks. Topped out there in 2023, again in 2024. So it's coming and approaching that $80 level there. I'd rather buy Amazon than Wayfair, to be honest with you. Better company. ULTY. Ugly. Just looks ugly. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you on that one. Boyle, same thing. Just absolutely annihilated. That thing is way down. I think you're talking about the stock too. We got Elon. I think you're talking about the coin. Looking for the grain monthly on that one. We got DGen. That one's way down as well. Love the name. Not a lot of volume on that one. Again, I don't know too much about these projects, so not a lot of data on the indicator either, so there's not much I can tell you. OKLO. OKLO, too high. I'd be looking to take profits on this one. It's in the red zone, so I don't buy stuff in the red zone. CRM. CRM's way down here right now, so that's a good sign, right? Stochastic on the RS, just like how when it's on the floor or when it's up here, we want to sell. When it's down here, we want to look for entries, right? So what we'd be waiting for on CRM is a green dot here on the monthly. That's what we need. Okay, monthly green dot on that one. That looks better than OKLO though if you're looking to buy something. Bull, Webull, doing well. This one's doing well. I think we called this one out at 12 bucks, and it's doing very well. First target on that would, I'd have to use the 4-hour here. There's not even any data on that, so very new stock. I don't know about Webull. I'm personally a Robinhood fan. I like Robinhood's interface and stuff a lot better. So looking at it from a company standpoint, I'd rather take Robinhood. But again, this thing's only been out for 4 months, so I don't have any data on my indicator on any of my time frames except the daily. So again, the daily signal came right there at around 12, 13 bucks. It went up to 17. That was a great trade. But yeah, not too sure about that one. There's just not enough data for me. RSR, we covered that one. RNDR. RNDR, that one's 250. 250 looks like the bottom for RNDR. And that monthly looks like it's coming anytime. That monthly looks like it's coming anytime now. Okay, just waiting for that confirmation. We got TAI. TARS AI, TARS protocol, sitting at 8 cents right now. Just going sideways. Just not really doing anything. We're just stuck in a range. So now's a good time to be patient and just wait it out, because eventually this thing should pop back up here. Okay, it was back up there at 45 cents back in December. Right now it's just consolidating. So this one needs a big market maker to come in and pump it back up. So I'd be staking mine. That one's kind of like Riz. You could just stake your coins. Both those are very low market cap. If you have a low market cap coin like Riz or TAI, you could stake it on their website and earn an APY. And I think TARS pays like 15%. So you could earn 15% a year by just sticking your TARS in their website and staking it, and then just wait till it comes back up here to sell. So that's what I'd be doing. That's how I'd be playing TAI right now. XCN. XCM recovered. That one needs the monthly. It does have the weekly, so if you want to play the weekly, just look for the daily or the 4-hour alerts. We got HAL. This one looks pretty interesting. Got a green dot. Yeah, I'd be buying this one here. What is this one? Is this a clothing company? HAL. They make pretty good money. I actually like this one. Good call out here. I've heard of it before, I feel like. HAL. So if you guys are also in the Discord, we do have a research tool over here. So if you don't know what a stock or a crypto is, you can come over here to the research tool in the Discord and just type in /info HAL. Okay, and I can look up what it does. It's either a clothing company or an oil and gas company. It's an oil and gas company. So yeah, some of these oil and gas companies look very, very interesting. It's an $18 billion company. So again, they produce products and services in the energy industry with particular focus on oil and gas exploration. So they're pretty much a well driller based, or not well driller, but oil rig driller based in Houston, Texas. So I know Trump really wants to be energy dependent in the United States, which in my mind would be good for these kind of companies. So I actually like this one here. I like the call out here. This is a good oil and gas play, in my opinion. I wonder if they pay a dividend. I don't know. I'd have to do my research, but that one is on the watch list now. You guys should get that alert called out over there here shortly. That monthly alert is showing though. So I would buy this one, and I would just use a stop loss right there at like 1870. I actually really like this one. I like the setup here. I got to get an oil and gas play in my portfolio. I got to get in that. Got to get diversified into that. So this one and HP are the two we looked at so far today. HP is also showing a green dot here on the monthly. So HAL looks like they make a little bit more money. So they're a bigger company. These guys are making around $5 billion in revenue compared to HP, which is these guys make about $1 billion in revenue. So that other company's making 5 times more money, HAL. So good call out. This is why I love doing this for you guys or with you guys, because again, I even find setups, I even find names that I think are interesting. So some of my best trades this year have came off your guys' chart requests. Some of my best trades of the year have came off your guys' chart requests. Here's AER. That one's green on the monthly, so we should be watching that one for a daily. It's gapping up here in the red zone though, so I'd want to see a big dramatic pullback on that one. Okay, but it is green there on the monthly. So watching for the 4-hour and the daily alerts that make sense. It makes sense when it's not in the red zone. Let's get out of this here. We got ABT. ABT's given a green dot there on the daily. It's red on the monthly though. So I don't like this one. Those healthcare names I gave you guys to watch are MRK. This one looks good. This one's been beaten up really hard. It's got a green dot here on the monthly, and also PFE. It says Pfizer. Okay, also green there on the monthly. And then the last one was, we looked at UNH. UNH is a huge, massive behemoth. They're just getting sued, and they're caught up in court and things like that. So I think those 3 names are probably my favorite names. And UNH doesn't have the dot yet, but MRK, that's Merck and Company, right? They're making $15 billion a quarter. And then PFE, they're making, right, $13 billion a quarter. So they're the same size, but both of those look very interesting with those monthly signals showing up there. And again, I like stocks that have been beat to a pulp. I mean, this thing was at $60. It went from 60 all the way down to 21. That's a 65% drop there. Okay, ugly. Okay, but ABT, I don't like that. Oh, you're probably talking about the crypto. I'm sorry. You're talking about Arc Block. That one doesn't have the monthly. You see HAL? See how we called that out? Monthly dot on the. We just added that one to the watch list. That's why it just got called out. But you could see it was called out right here in the Discord. So you get the monthly, the weekly, the daily, the 4-hour, the 4-hour sell alerts, the 4-hour, the daily sell alerts, the weekly sell alerts, and the monthly sell alerts are over here in the Discord. You also get those golden dots as well. And if you guys want to know more about how to trade those, just dots and signals, it literally lays out exactly how to trade all of those. Okay, and again, these are for 1 to 6 months. This isn't buy and panic sell tomorrow. This is buy and hold for 1 to 6 months. ABT though, I'm watching the monthly. That one looks like it's going to print again. If all these coins, if all these alts are going to lift off right now, I think we're in Ethereum season right now. So after Ethereum stops going up, that's when it's going to trickle down to like names like Chainlink and ABT and some of these smaller cap cryptocurrencies, these altcoins. So you could anticipate this one here if you want to. I do think it's going to print here shortly. I don't know too much about the company, but hopefully you do if you're requesting it. SUI's got some room back to 5. SEI we covered. That one's still looking really good. We were talking about this one back here in June at around 18 cents. It's up 100%, but I think that one has room back to the red zone up here between 60 and 70. We got OP. OP, how you doing? Okay, that one's nice. Looks really good, about 50 cents. Doesn't have the dot yet, but that thing looks like it could print there very, very shortly. It came back and touched that exact bottom in 2022 before we went on an absolute parabolic run. I like OP a lot here. Okay, if you want to wait for confirmation, go ahead, but that thing should print here very soon. CRO, this one's in my portfolio. I really like the Chronos chain. That's green on the monthly, so you got to get in here. You can look for a daily or a 4-hour, but I think that one's going straight to like 20 cents. Okay, it topped out back here, back at 2022. Beautiful move up to the red zone again. Everybody wants this big move, but nobody wants to hold through the consolidation. Over the last 2 to 3 months since February, we've been consolidating, right? Very frustrating, up and down, up and down, up and down. But when this happens, when we actually get the move to play out here, okay, it's all worth it. It's all worth it. Okay, so targeting 20 to 22 cents on CRO. It does have a green dot here on the monthly, so I'm actively looking for reasons to add to that one. RCAT, monthly looking really good. Looking for the daily now. Okay, got up there in the red zone, gave you a red dot, sold off. So just looking for those 4-hour and daily alerts here. You said these are drone companies. I want to add some of these into my watch list. Are they making any money? No, they're not making any money. ONDS, so they're very new companies. That one also got up there in the red zone. These guys are making $4 million. Green there on the monthly. And AEVA. They all look very interesting. This one looks like it's making a little bit. They're not making that much. I'd like this one at like 16 bucks. If that came down to like that 6-month moving average. Again, the closer to the average, the better, because you're getting it at a fair price at the average, right? If I'm trading a 6-month time frame, and this is the 6-month average, is it good to be buying up here, off that far off the 6-month average? No, it's not. Okay, we also have something called the cheat sheet over here. Okay, that mean is that average, right? That dotted line, that's our 6-month moving average. So when we're way up off of the average, you're getting it at a premium, right? We want to wait for the pullback into it and the entry. So I'm not a big fan of this one, but those other ones look interesting. Those RCAT, this one, RCAT, and it's got a green monthly. RCAT, I'll go ahead and add this one in because I do want to look at some of these drone names. I'll add that one in. So if it's on my watch list, guys, those are the ones that get called out in the, and I'll add this ONDS one as well. I'll add both of those. So both of those have monthly dots, right? ONDS has a monthly dot, but if you look at the daily, we're pretty far off the average. So I'd want to see a pullback into like 140 there. Both those look like penny stocks, but drones are it's a very new sector. I feel like it's an up and coming sector. I think drones are going to be big over the next 10 years or so. So it's good to know companies and names that are already trading and developing. POET, that one's green on the monthly. So again, we want that green dot on the daily or the 4-hour to enter, or we just want to look for it to be closer to the 4-hour there. So I've been looking for the 4-hour with daily on that one. ONDS we just covered. Look at that one again. We didn't really talk about it much. So yeah, just looking for the 4-hour or the daily. And those will be called out over here in the alerts now that it's on my watch list. You'll get the 4-hour and the daily alert. When that pops, that's where I'd look to buy it. I'd love to buy it closer to like 140. Okay, it's up here in the red zone or near the red zone. So I don't want to touch it up here. I want to see a correction and then a bounce. Okay, if it's in the red zone, we don't want it. We don't want to touch it. Okay, this is when you could be day trading up here. Okay, that's fine. If you want to day trade up here, fine. But for a swing, the move has already happened. This thing already went from 87 up to 3. That's a 250% move. We don't want to chase names up 250%. Let's wait till it retraces back here into the average. I got a couple more, and we're gonna have to finish the rest here. I'm gonna finish up. We'll get through a few more here. Here's ARB. ARB does not have any monthly data yet, but the weekly is still pointing up. The daily is coming up here against that 50-cent resistance. It really needs to break over 50 cents. That 50 cents is a big, strong resistance point for it. Looking for the daily dots or the 4-hour dots to add to this one. And that one's in my portfolio as well. We got EAI. Eagle AI. Eternal AI. Oh, Eagle AI. You're talking about the stock. EAI. Eagle AI. I don't see that one. I do not see that one, unless you're talking about this one, but I don't think you are. I don't see Eagle AI. EAI USD. Eternal AI. but I don't see Eagle AI. Chirp. Chirp is another low cap that we have in the portfolio. Monthly candle is green. Again, this is a very new project, very, very new project. It only came out in 2025, so it's practically brand new. Does have a green dot here on the daily. I think this zone right here is going to be a great place to be accumulating this one. It was all the way up here at 17, 18 cents. So right now it's accumulation pattern, just going sideways. Again, sideways is good. Sideways is when you want to be loading up, and you want to sell when it does the ripski. So I'd be holding and looking for reasons to add to this one. The reasons to add would be the 4-hour or the daily alerts, which will be called out over here inside of the Discord. We got TTD. This one still looks good too. I still really like this one. It doesn't have the monthly yet, but that should come here anytime. And that one's got a nice range back up there to 120 to 140. Let's look at Huma. Huma's down here at the bottom. It does have a green dot here on the monthly, though. So target on that would be 8 to 9, and I would be buying that one here. Okay, buying that one. If it has the monthly dot, you want to enter. Okay, as long as you're buying a good quality project. They're not making too much money, so they're technically still a penny stock, but that one's got a nice range back to 8 to 9. We got Hive. Hive looks good. Hive Digital. That one's got the green dot on the monthly. I'd be a buyer of this name here. I like that one above 2. I like Hive more than Huma. Okay, that one looks good above $2. Okay, that's got a nice range back to 450 to 5. And we're going to end on that, guys. We're going to end on this one here today. And I'm going to get back to this next week. We still didn't get caught up yet. We have a lot of requests. I've been out of the office for a while, so I promise I'm going to get caught up on the rest of these names here in the next video. And then I will reopen these chart requests, and I will give you guys an alert. Once those are done, it looks like we still probably got 1 or 2 videos to go before I want to open those up. I just want to get through everybody's chart requests over here. Again, I want to make sure that we're getting to everybody, guys. I know there's a lot of us in here now, but again, my goal is to give you guys the tools and everything you need, the strategy to learn how to do this for yourselves. Again, if you guys do not have the trading indicators we talked about here today, you guys can come over here to the trading indicator tab, click this link, takes a couple of clicks, and everything loads directly into your trading view account. Okay, if you need help or have questions or need support, my email is right there. And again, you guys can get all these trade alerts over here in the Discord as well, everything we talked about. This thread right here lays out exactly how to trade them. Okay, and again, not every signal is a signal to buy or sell. I am not a financial advisor. Please read the disclaimer, but this is how it's laid out. This is the plan of action. These are at least the way we trade these alerts. We are 1 to 6 month swing traders here, not day traders. If you guys need anything, go ahead and shoot me an email. My email's right here in the server rules section, or you can hit me up over here in the support chat as well, and I'll get back to you. But do not accept any friend requests from anyone named Overkill, guys. Do not accept. I will never DM you or send you a friend request. Okay, I'll never DM you asking for money or crypto. Okay, my only 2 products that I have are the membership to the Discord, which is about $4 a month. You guys can sign up for that right here in the Become a Member thread, and the trading indicator. Those are the only 2 products I have. My trading course is free. Everything else is a scam if someone's trying to message you and sell you something. I will never message you and try to sell you something. Everything you need is over here in the Discord. That link is down in the comments section and the description of this video. I hope you guys have a great rest of the day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm shooting for Thursday for the next chart request video, so we're just going to keep on knocking those out over here inside the chart request thread. If you guys can't see the chart request thread, it's because you're not a member yet. Go ahead and sign up there at overkillinvestingclub.com. And again, we will be knocking the rest of these out on Thursday's video. God bless you guys. Have a great Tuesday and a great week, and we'll see you soon.